Night of the Living Geeks.
Hello and welcome to this week's LHG Cast. I'm your host, Nick Lynn. With me today is Taylor Hoyt.
Hey, hey.
And Jake.
Hello.
How are you guys doing this week?
I'm doing well. It's started to rain. It's good, cozy video game playing weather.
It's been great. It's been rain. It's been Pokemon. Holidays coming up.
Time for some yummy foods.
PSX coming up. Excited for that.
The Game Awards.
Oh yeah.
Which I know Nick is really excited about.
Ecstatic.
Now, when I asked Nick about the Game Awards recently, he couldn't say enough poor things about it. What do you think about them, Taylor?
I think it's fine. I think it's
right.
What?
You hate those things.
No, I don't. What are you talking about? I watch them every year.
The thing that you like is us hanging out and eating pizza, and then we laugh about how horrible it is. That is what we like.
So wait,
about
actually, hold on. Then Taylor, did you hear about that deal with your PSX ticket?
Yeah, you get a discount if you want to go to the Game Awards.
It's $10 to go to the Game Awards.
Yeah, but it's the day before.
2 days before.
Oh, see, it's even where we couldn't do that.
But like, would you go if you could?
Yeah, probably. Just to have be in the room with all those people and stuff like that. You know,
to sell us out. It's like, hey, we do a podcast.
To sell us out.
Here's a podcast. Hey, we do a podcast, gaming podcast. Go listen to us.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Popular.
Yeah.
Person. Hey, Greg
Exactly.
Miller.
Hey,
Brandon
keep
Jones.
keep going.
It'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool to meet
Jeff
some
Keighley.
people. Actually,
I just burped.
I wish I could meet Jeff Keighley.
He's like a cool guy.
Yeah, he does seem like.
I'm
a cool
pretty
guy.
sure we're gonna meet him at the Easy Alley
Well,
meetup.
we'll see him. I don't know if we'll meet with him.
He's gonna be there and watch.
It'll be cool. I don't know, maybe. But anyway, for the Game Awards, I think it's now that it's not on Spike, I think it's better. Like slowly but surely, Jeff Keighley's doing it on his own dime and that type of thing. So I don't know why Nick thinks this is the funniest thing in the world.
Do you remember that one with like that comedian guy? And he just didn't want to be there.
Oh my gosh!
Just so bad.
Yeah,
What comedian was that?
he's the guy on the show Community. I can't the main guy. I forget
Donald
it.
Glover?
Not Donald Glover. The tall white guy. It's kind of. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I don't know.
But yeah, he was just like, yeah, video games for those nerds. My wife told me, it's going to be a bunch of nerds, but it's a paycheck, so I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm just like, okay, dude, you can shut up now.
You can chill with the breaking the fourth wall. Don't want to be here. Ha ha, kind of joke.
Yeah, right. And nerds in the basement, am I right?
They showed,
That's too bad.
They showed No Man's Sky again. And it's like, I've seen this demo about 5 times. And then they're like, oh, and Nintendo's here. And they're like, we have nothing to show. And then leave.
Wait, did they say that?
No.
Oh.
It's just that's
They
what it
revealed gameplay for Breath of the Wild for the first time.
Was it there? I don't
Yeah,
think it was there.
Yeah, it was the first
Really?
Game Awards. Yeah,
See, that's pretty.
it was that
decent right
off.
there.
Remember, it was that off-screen thing
Oh,
where
yeah.
Miyamoto was talking with Numa.
It was like it was them talking, and like in the TV screen in the way back, you just see Zelda like running on a horse or something like that.
Oh, so they didn't intend to show it?
No,
Oh,
they just showed that.
interesting. Okay, well, all right.
There's always cool. You watch it for the reveals, and I don't know if the awards are always
See,
the best
I
they
talk
could
to
be.
You first, then Taylor, because I was actually thinking about going to those.
Don't.
Just for the experience and to go right. But
Yeah, I mean, if I had the funds to go down a few days early, I would, but that won't happen. So, but anyway, yeah, PSX should be cool. Yeah,
Let's just hope the Game Awards improves because we just had so many. What was it called? It's called like
the VGAs.
the VGAs, which is
is that
on
what
Spike.
they started as?
Yeah, and then they went like the game, like the X or something.
VGX.
Like that. Yeah, VGX.
It was just a live
But that was
stream.
only for 1 year, right?
Yeah, it was like growing pains, and then it became the Game Awards.
Well, no, VGX was still tied to Spike.
Oh, yeah.
And then the Game Awards is just Jeff Keighley's thing, and they were live streaming on, whatever
And
would
the
take
first
them.
one was that comedian guy, right?
The comedian was VGX.
Okay, VGX.
So then, wait, what's the panel? Like, who actually decides these things? If it's
So,
all Jeff Keighley's thing.
He hires or he consults with like reputable outlets, and he just was like, okay, here are the nominees, and you guys vote for them, or they may even decide on what is nominated and stuff like that.
Interesting. Huh. Okay, cool. That's pretty legit.
The only thing that I hope to expect from this thing is the teaser for the next Elder Scrolls.
That'd be cool.
They did that for Skyrim, so maybe they could do it for this.
That'd be awesome. I would really love that. I mean, it's
a super teaser, just like a guy talking.
That's fine. I mean, even that's something. That's at least we know what the name is, right? We start to get some sort of feel for what it is. Because with that first trailer, we learned the name. We learned it was going to be this whole like Nordic kind of thing. We heard that dude's rumbly voice. Like it's just that's cool.
Oh.
I don't know if we heard that part. Did we? I think we just heard the but now it is the time for the Dragonborn is here.
You do that pretty well.
But yeah, it's that's definitely one of my most anticipated.
It's always
reveals.
the end of the show you want to watch because that's when they do the big reveals. They did the same thing with Uncharted 2.
We'll still get all the reveals.
I don't know. Oh, 3. It was 3.
It was 3. Yeah, and they showed the release date for that.
We'll get all the reveals just by watching it on TV too, right?
Yeah. No, I mean it's the same thing.
It usually just happens at the end.
Sweet, cool. Well, then I look forward to that. Well, that was an unplanned little topic,
I like that.
but still, that was good.
Taylor,
next week we're going to be talking about PSX then, right? Because that'll be the week right before.
We should be, yes.
Yeah.
Sweet, awesome. Tune in for that, and then guys.
We got to update the draft because a game came out.
Yeah, so we're getting near the end to where most of our games are out. Again, we're going to have to reconvene once the year is completely over because some of these meta scores might change. And so for anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, we did this thing in the summer called the video game draft, and basically each of us picked 4 games and we picked them based on what game we thought would have a high Metacritic score, and so then we added them all together, and whoever had the highest at the end of the year will just win and be awesome or whatever. So
we get a high five.
Right. So to recap, Nick picked Dragon Ball Z Universe 2, Monster Hunter Generation, Titanfall 2, and Forza Horizon 3 for a combined rounded out score of 86. Jake picked Battlefield 1, Destiny Rise of Iron, No Man's Sky, and unfortunately South Park, The Fractured But Whole, which got delayed, so that automatically gets a 0.
And so did No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky is a 0 as well.
Well, it's not a 0. It's a 70 right now.
Is it really 70?
No, I mean, I haven't checked, but like I said, we'll reconvene.
Last we checked, yeah. I'm just, man, that sucks. I just wish it was...
You took a risk.
Marketed better.
That's good.
Yeah.
I know. Well, and Taylor, you've got a risk too, right?
Yeah. So for mine, I've got Pokemon Sun and Moon, which we'll talk about in a sec. Civilization 6 and Deus Ex Mankind Divided. The last game I have on my list is The Last Guardian, which is not out. And I have a combined, average score of 88. So right now I'm in the lead with 88. Jake, if we only count the games that came out this year, he's at a 78, and Nick's at an 86. So Last Guardian could sink me if all goes awry. So we'll see what happens.
And, if there's maybe some DLC for No Man's Sky, that could save me.
You never know.
Maybe.
Or if South Park stealth releases, that might help even more.
Yeah, right?
Comes out today.
The Nauseous Rift takes the country by storm.
The Nauseous Rift. But yeah, so it'll be an interesting battle between me.
When does that game come out?
So again, I'm sorry, what are the scores one more time?
One more time. So for Jake, it's 78 if we're not counting the 0.
Well, yeah, it's just we are counting the 0 because actually, are we going to do that? So are we just going to?
If you count the 0, you're going to be like gone. Like,
it's
totally
50.
gone.
It's 58.5 if we count the 0.
But that's kind of the point, right? Because when we started this whole thing, we were talking about we have to be careful of what might be delayed and things like that. So I think we need to count the 0, unfortunately.
Okay. So
me and Taylor.
Yeah. So right now I have an 88. Jake has a 58.5, and Nick has an 86. So very close between me and Nick, and we'll see what happens with The Last Guardian.
Sweet.
Well, cool. What's next? What's next on the list then, Nick?
Well, you guys have been playing this super obscure game that's really unknown. Starts with a P, ends with Mon. I think it's called Pokemon Sun? Moon?
Something like that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I have no idea what this game is. You guys, explain.
Yeah, well, it's fantastic, honestly. I mean, I think that as far as okay, so let's just bring it down to some numbers here. Excuse me, Nick.
Sorry.
Jeez, that was super loud.
So let's say every Pokemon game adds it gives it a +2 to the game experience, right? You're getting +2 each time. I would honestly say that this time is a +6 at least.
Okay.
This is Would you agree? It's like it's a jump. It's markedly better than a standard sequel in the Pokemon series.
Well, for one, there's no gyms, so they finally are kind of shaking up the formula.
Yeah.
Like for the longest time, literally since Pokemon Red and Blue, it's been you go to you go to the town, you fight the gym leader, you get the badge, you go to the Elite Four, you win, and you're the best in the land.
Yeah.
And this one, it's just like, okay, here's a challenge, do the challenge. I'm like,
Well,
whoa, that's
now,
crazy.
At the same time, there are 7 trials, and there are going to be 4 grand trials throughout, and then there's probably going to be something. So they did just kind of replace it with something else, but at the same time, I don't know. Have you done any of the trials yet?
I've done the first one. I
Okay.
just finished the first one.
So I've done the first one, and then I did the grand trial, and they're a lot different than a gym. You know,
Yeah.
It's like, so for the first trial, I guess if you guys are a little worried about spoilers, maybe don't listen to this next part here. But even so, we're only going to be talking about the first trial, which you come across pretty early on in the game. So it's not going to be anything totally killer. So don't worry about that. But so, for instance, for the first trial, they ask you to. Instead of the standard format of a gym where you go in, you have to fight 3 or 4 trainers, and then you are able to get to the gym leader, and then you have to fight him and beat him. Now you have to for this first trial, you had to find 3 different Pokemon in this cave, and they were all like very visible, and there weren't random encounters either, which was really cool. So it wasn't like this really tedious kind of task. It was just there were 3.
Gotta find these Pokemon.
Yeah, it was like there were 3 holes, like little burrows in this cave, and you had to go up to them and find pretty much engage the Pokemon. There was a trainer battle in the middle of it, which not technically part of the trial, but point is it's still part of the gameplay.
Yeah, Team Skull.
Yeah, and then
Do the trainers move in this game?
Yeah? What do you mean?
what are you talking about?
Because you know how trainers usually just stand around and like look in a specific direction.
They actually, they have a little
do.
walking sequence, which is interesting.
You can actually, if you are far enough away and you see them, you can like kind of figure out their pattern. You can like sneak by them, like a total NES stealth game. But whatever, it's you can do that. So, but anyway, yeah. So you just have to find these 3 Pokemon, and then you're allowed to go into like the back part of the cave where there's a totem Pokemon, and the totem Pokemon is just a really strong one, and it can summon allies, so that it's a 2-on-1, for instance, and that's it. Then that's the whole challenge. So then I feel like it's a much more story driven game.
Yeah,
much more.
It's way more like, I hate to use the word cinematic, but the way it like shifts the camera angles around and like shows scenes is like way more, I don't know, interesting. It's not just this static, like, here are 2 people talking, looking at each other.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more dynamic, which is cool. Even like the opening scene where it's like that girl running around with that secret Pokemon, and it like cuts to the sky. I'm like, whoa, what's this all about?
Yeah.
It's way more intriguing than just like, yeah, I'm a kid, I'm going to go on an adventure by mom. Although that's the
still
beginning
kind
of the
of
game,
well,
but
even then, like, your mom has more personality. She's not just gone. Like, you actually,
she's actually a character. It's not just some person in the kitchen
exactly.
or whatever.
Yeah, she's got personality. Like, everyone's got personality.
Your house is just not a table and 2 chairs.
Correct. Yeah, your mom actually has a bedroom in this one,
Weird.
which a lot of fans are going crazy about. They're like, your mom has her own room. Oh my god, first time in the Pokemon series.
Oh, it's a real house.
Yeah. No, but it's just cool. And so it's weird. I think that the previous Pokemon games, they were very linear. But the thing is that they played and they presented themselves as a non-linear game. In that, I feel like there wasn't as much direction given in previous Pokemon games, but at the same time, there's only one direction to go.
Sure.
So it's
like
kind of
route 1, 2, 3, 4.
exactly. So it's kind of like you can only ever go in one direction, but it didn't. It felt. I feel like they
find your way.
They almost set it up where it's like it felt like it was kind of go wherever you want kind of thing. So this one, it's linear, just as linear as the other ones, except this time it doesn't pretend that it's non-linear. It's like a cinematic. It's an adventure game.
Right.
It's not like something where you can get lost. It's not something that you don't really know where you're going. It's very clear where you're supposed to be going at all times.
For that too, there's a little flag on the bottom screen. It's like, here's your next objective marker.
Yeah.
And it like very clearly tries you to deter from going any other way. Like, it's really funny. Like, oh, this Taurus is blocking the way, and so it's like, okay, well, I can't go this way. Or like, oh, there's a rock slide, you can't go this way.
Yeah, a lot of manufactured or artificial
it's
boundaries.
Dumbed down, the worst.
Well, but it's
No.
what I'm saying is that before it's just as linear as before. It's just that now it's not as it just kind of embraces it more, and it kind of, again, it makes it more into like a cinematic adventure game than anything else. So it's cool though.
The only part I have not liked so far is how much it tutorializes everything. Even like several hours in, I'm like, okay, this is like the 10th Pokemon game. We all know how to play Pokemon.
Well, but they can't assume that. They have to assume that that this is going to be someone's
assume
first.
that everyone is a moron.
No. They have to assume that this can be anyone's first Pokemon game. You know, that all of this stuff could be totally new to people.
But when it was new to us, we didn't have that to it for us. We learned.
No, we did.
We
in every Pokemon game, there was a tutorial where you got to watch someone catch a Pokemon.
There was an old man who's like, "Here's a Weedle, and I'm gonna throw that Pokemon."
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's all the tutorial is, really. I mean, that, unless you're talking about something else.
I guess, but it's like every little thing is like, here's how to catch a Pokemon, here's how to put it to sleep, here's how to use a Tia. I don't know. Maybe it's to me because I know it. I'm just annoyed by it.
Can you turn that off?
I'm gonna be honest. I think you are inventing a lot of that in your head, because there's only been 2 times where it's been a straight tutorial, and that was just to catch a Pokemon, and then what was the second one? It was to do crap. I can't remember what it was, but it was I can't remember. But there was only 2 times where it was to use a Z move.
Oh yeah.
And that's it. Everything else, like, it just says it real quick in the box, because it has to be available for kids, right? It's just like, use this item to heal your Pokemon by 20 HP, and obviously you know that. But I mean, the only actual tutorial bits are just those 2 times. So anyway, right, I would disagree on that one.
Sure. For me though, I've only played 2 other Pokemon games, X and Y and Red and Blue. But I love the setting. I love anything like tropical, beachy, on the water. So I like this whole Hawaiian setting. It's very cool, very colorful, looks really nice. Also, who did you pick as your starter?
I picked Rowlet.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, because honestly, like,
let's just keep it real. Popplio's stupid.
Well, no, a lot of people. So everyone was really upset with Popplio at first, right? Everyone's just like, that's the stupidest starter. No one wanted it. But as soon as they showed its 3rd evolution, a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's like this. It's almost
Badass
like this
walrus.
No, it's opposite. It's actually kind of a very feminine, almost like opera singer kind of looking thing. No, but it's like a lot of people really liked it because it's a really pretty Pokemon. It's not like some goofy looking clown thing like the first one is. Like, it's actually this very elegant kind of aria type singing seal thing.
Because I think last GSP I said it's going to turn into a badass walrus.
No, but have you seen the 3rd evolution of Litten, the Fire Cat?
You
guys haven't seen it?
No, I don't want to know. I want to discover it on my own.
I can't even describe it?
No.
All right, never mind. But you got to look at it. If you're interested, look up Litten's 3rd evolution. It is...
Better be a badass.
It is insane. It is insane. It's a cat, Nick. It's not a walrus.
It can evolve into a walrus.
Okay.
Never know.
I would disagree, but, Pokemon's version of evolving is kind of just whatever the hell they want to do. So.
Exactly. Yeah, so... I'll talk about the other rest of my party, and then you can tell me who's in your party.
Sure.
But it's been interesting because I haven't played the other ones. Like, I've been coming across them. I'm like, oh, I think that's new, but I don't know. And then I'll look it up online. I'm like, oh, like Ladybah, which is like a ladybug.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's old. And same with a bunch of these. But right now, my party is it's like D-Trix or whatever the evolved form of Rowlet is, the second form.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Dartrix.
Yeah. And then I have a Hikamatu or Hakumita.
Hakumito.
Something like that.
Is that the Pidgeotto?
No, he looks like Boo, basically, from Dragon Ball Z. He's like a yellow Boo.
Yeah, actually, he does. And he's got these big boxing gloves.
Yeah, he's this just blubbery thing with the eyes like Boo. And yeah, he's a fighting type, so he just karate chops.
Yeah, so he just goes and just messes things up.
Majin Buu.
No, not Majin, Fat Boo. He's Fat Boo.
Still Majin Buu. But
No.
Makuhito.
Makuhito? Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So I have him.
Popped in my head.
The Rowlet, a Magnemite.
You have a Magnemite?
Yeah, I found a Magnemite.
Where'd you catch that?
I don't know, in tall grass somewhere.
Do you know what route?
It must have been early.
There's been like 3 routes so far. Route 1, 2, and 3.
Probably 2.
Okay.
There were Abras that kept popping up right in the first town.
You didn't catch any?
I couldn't. Every time I try to attack, it would just teleport.
Yeah, you got it. First thing, Great Ball.
Oh, really?
And hopefully, or an Ultra Ball, depending on how bad your luck's been.
Yeah, you have.
But
to
yeah, their
throw it.
first move will always be teleport.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll have to go back and catch one.
Because you need a Kadabra. Or in the
Alakazam is amazing.
In red, he was broken as balls.
Are your balls broken?
Yeah, psychic. Psychic does so much. It does
Psychic
a ton of
just
damage,
kills
and
everything.
it
Even other psychics. It kills psychics easily.
Well, I think they've added more weakness or more strengths against psychic.
Also, they didn't make him as powerful, but
Yeah.
it was always a thing. It's like, okay, I'm in the second city, gotta get that Abra.
Dead Abra. So Magnemite, Rowlet, Makuhito, Slowpoke, which has
Nice.
actually been kind of fun to play with.
Cool.
You can give him items, and I gave him this item that makes him go first, so he's not slow.
Nice.
Which is nice.
Was that Quick Claw?
Yeah, Quick Claw. Yep. And then I have a Growlithe.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you get Growlithe?
He was just hanging out.
Damn,
in some tall
I
grass.
haven't gotten a Slowpoke. I haven't gotten a Magnemite or a Growlithe.
That could be because you're playing the Moon version. I'm playing Sun. I don't know if.
Yeah, maybe. I guess maybe it affects like spawn rates or something.
Sure.
Different spawners.
Well, but they're. Yeah, maybe.
And I don't know if that's 6.
No, that's 5.
5.
And then obviously the one you don't care about.
Oddity. Yeah, no, I don't know what it is. There's a ton of birds at the beginning. There's so many birds. There's like a Wingull. There's like a Tiki. Oh no! I know
Picky Peck.
Picky. Yeah, and I know what it is. It's this bird that throws presents. It's like a.
Oh, you got one of those. That's I just got one in my game.
It's like a deli
Delibird.
Delibird. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all it does. His only move is he throws these box of presents, and that's it.
He looks like Santa.
Yeah.
Because he's this red bird with this big white beard, and he has a sack that he throws presents out of.
Okay.
Yep, he's just a Santa
But it said
bird.
he was an ice bird, so I'm hoping that eventually down the line he gets some type of ice ability, or I don't know if that's
because he's Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. I was just I didn't know what it did, so I'm like, I'm gonna keep this guy around and see if he does something cool.
Nice.
Because I've never seen him before. That my whole philosophy with Pokemon is I want a team that's diverse and looks cool, and that's all I care about. I don't really have like, give him a min max. How do I beat this trainer
and
or
that's
whatever?
exactly it. They're very much, I think, like two main archetypes of players, and that's just the min maxers, right? The metagamers and the role players.
I always got to have my main guy, my bird, my normal, my psychic, and then whatever.
And whatever. Yeah, I feel like in X and Y it was way too easy. Like they gave you a starter, and then at some point they give you the red and blue starters, and then they just give you a Blaziken for free.
What?
Yeah, like
in X and Y.
X and Y, yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, geez, okay, so I've got like a Froakie and a Charmander, or no, and a Bulbasaur and a Blaziken or whatever the first thing was. And I'm like, geez, I'm just like destroying everything. And so now I'm like, okay, actually I have to like balance the team and get like pick and choose. And I like that. I like that Pokemon is a little bit challenging.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it is a lot more challenging.
I got stuck in the most annoying fight ever in Pokemon.
You might quit now.
Oh,
No,
wait.
no.
I can challenge you on this one.
So
go for it.
So I was on Route 2, came across this girl. She had a Ghastly, right? And Ghastly has this ability that makes it so you can't switch out whatever Pokemon you have or run away.
Dude,
right?
it's the same,
And I had
same girl.
and I had a fighting Pokemon, and so I just had to sit there and let her kill me because I couldn't switch out and I couldn't hit him. And I'm like, well, I can do Sand Attack, but that's just going to make things go slower. So I just sat there and let it. It took forever.
Exact
oh my God.
same, dude. Because I had a normal Pokemon against that same freaking Ghastly, and I couldn't attack. What I could do was I had light screen, I had light screen and reflect, but I was using reflect, which was pretty much lessening the damage of all of its licks because it just kept licking, and it kept using spite, which would lower the PP of any of your last the last move you used by 4,
God.
and so it's just draining the PP of your moves, but I had Confuse Ray. And so I was using Confuse Ray on it just so that it would hopefully kill itself.
Yeah.
And dude, I almost got it. It got to the point where I had 1 health. It took like 12, 15 minutes to do this fight. I had 1 health.
So long.
Yeah, I had 1 health, and it was in the red, and the amount of damage it was doing to itself whenever it hurt itself, it would have killed itself. So it's just like waiting for that last one. I was out of like PP on every move, and I couldn't switch out. It was the worst. It was the worst.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. pretty bad. And you know what I also find interesting, too, is typically in each Pokemon game, or at least in the ones I've played, you have a rival. Like, your rival in this game is like your friend. He's like, oh, you beat me. Thanks, man. Well, I can't wait to fight you next time. It's not like Gary, who's like, we'll smell you later. I'm like, you dick.
Well, that was like in Pokemon Black and White, where they're all your friends, right?
Are they?
Yeah.
That's right.
Your
Yeah,
two
and-
rivals are
and
just your friends.
You literally just have you have nicknames. They called me J Money.
J Money. Nice.
Yeah. So I think I don't know about the other ones, but I think Gary Oak was like the only one who's like, yeah, F you, man. I'm the best. Yeah. Okay. I think you're my friend though. Like, okay, man. I gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah. So okay. So what's your team? Who's on your team that you can remember?
Well, so I've got Dartrix, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I have Pichu.
I haven't come across the Pichu yet.
Wingull has been doing a lot of good stuff.
The Waterbird.
And I've got who was it? It was Wingull. Totally killed my train of thought right there, Nick.
I threw a bottle.
I know, but I started thinking about the bottle then.
That bottle's very interesting. You know that.
It is.
Look
It
at
is. Wow. No, I just can't even get started.
Is it a fire type? Is it a water type? Do you have any other birds? Spearow?
Oh
Caterpie?
yeah, the Pikipek's evolution. I can't remember the name of it, but I have that one that I've been using.
Okay.
Oh, you guys didn't get a Caterpie?
I did. I have a Metapod, and I'm like, nope, you're going in the computer.
I
man.
got.
You need to get a Butterfree.
I got
Butterfree
it
sucks
because it's a psychic.
Is it psychic?
Yeah, it gets confused with it.
Well, yeah, I guess I did get.
And
Hey,
Psybeam.
man, I got a Slowpoke,
No,
man. That's
so
all I
I'm
need.
trying to go through and like really spend time with some of the ones I got. So Butterfree actually was in my party for a long time, and then I just recently switched her out for Wingull because she was a max affection, and I got it to the third evolution. So like I got the Pokedex and I got her to max affection. So it's kind of like I'm kind of going through this like, okay, I've completed Butterfree for now. Like so she's still there. She's ready to go. She's ready to kick ass. But it's like for now I'm switching out for Wingull, and I've been training him up.
Does Wingull evolve into something? Because right now it's boring. It's just like a little bird.
He
Yes,
evolves into
there's
like
a lot of little bird.
like a pelican.
Yeah, it's like a big fat pelican.
So
Okay.
but yeah, so God, I cannot recall.
Okay, here's another thing. Do you need to fish for the water Pokemon? Because I was just running on the beach and I never got into battles.
I didn't get into battles. I don't think you can get into battle on the beach.
Okay. You must
I
have
don't-
to fish
I have
for
no
him.
idea, honestly.
Okay.
Because I haven't seen anything about fishing. So I don't know.
You're a lot farther than I am too. So
I'm not that much farther. Honestly, if you've done your first trial, the grand trial is like the next thing you do.
Well, you said before we started the podcast, you said you're about 15 hours in. I'm only like 5.
Well,
or
I've
something.
played 15 hours, but I play really slow.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, like I've done one more thing than you.
Did you? So on Route 2, there, or maybe
Yeah.
it's even Route 3 at this point. There's like a side little graveyard. All you can get is items. Did you go to that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I got a Ghastly.
Oh, you have a Ghastly. Nice.
Yeah, and a
Turns into Haunter, I believe.
yeah, Haunter and then
Haunter's
Gengar.
pretty. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then I got a Phantaz something. I can't remember. It's a Pokemon that I don't know much about, but it's kind of like it looks like a ghost, like a sheet over a little balloon kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
I caught a young goose, which is basically like a mongoose
Oh,
with
that's
like a
right.
Donald Trump toupee.
That's right. Yeah, that's
Or whatever.
that's one of the other ones in my party.
Okay.
Yeah,
Young
yeah,
goose.
yeah.
Is it a fighter or normal?
Normal. It's the new.
But he's always growling
it's-
at you.
What? No. Rattata's in the game, but it's Alolan Rattata.
Yeah, Rattata looks different. It's like all gray.
Yeah, and he's got
Like a little
he's
mustache.
got these little like mustache things, and then Raticate, he's got these humongous cheeks. They're huge. It's hilarious. Yeah, the new Alolan forms are pretty cool. Actually, I'm digging them.
Yeah,
So-
I'm trying to imagine. Besides the starters, how many new Pokemon are in the game? Do you know? As I
actually
knew nothing about.
I
this
actually
game.
don't know.
Okay.
I think. I mean, I would guess it's another 100 at least, right? Because then that's kind of like, isn't that like the basic new generation amount?
Sure.
So,
Maybe.
I don't know.
You're asking the wrong guy. I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah, but I literally all I knew were the starters, and then it was in Hawaii. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm sold.
Yep. So anyway,
Hopefully
that was
you beat it before FF15.
it's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. There's a lot of new
Mhm.
features. Get it. Honestly, I would just really recommend it to anyone. It's just a lot of fun.
Real quick, another thing that's slightly annoying me, and I don't know how big of a deal this is in the grand scheme of the game, is after each battle, if one of your Pokemon takes too much damage, you have to like clean it
You
or
don't have
whatever.
to.
Okay, that's what I thought because I was doing it after literally every battle. I'm like, man, this is getting annoying.
You're only doing that because you're pressing Y.
No, I know that, but I'm like, okay, is this adding something? Like some of them remove status effects, I know, but
yeah, remove status effects, and that's pretty valuable because otherwise it just stays on your Pokemon for a while, which is, I think it's awesome that you get to do that. I don't know, Nick, if
instead
you know
of wasting
this,
an item, right?
but it's like if sand attack is used on them, or if like a water attack is used on them, then you can like brush the sand off, or dry them after the battle. You get to go into like the little petting the Pokemon mode, right?
Yeah.
And then for like status effects as well, like for paralysis and poison and sleep and all that, you can actually like wake them up. You can cure the poison. You can do all this stuff. So it's really cool. And then it of course adds affection, which then allows them to do special things in battle.
Okay.
So if you raise their affection all the way, they can live at 1 HP when they would have otherwise died.
Oh, nice.
They dodge like a lot more attacks.
Okay,
They can shrug off status effects sometimes. They do a lot of things, and it like little hearts pop up, and there's a little narrative like, he woke up so that you won't have to worry about him. And
social links for Pokemon.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's a lot of fun to do when you get them up there, because it's just, this game I feel like is really going for the feels. It's going for the personal connection with these Pokemon. It's honestly doing a good job at it too.
Yeah. And then there's one new feature that I haven't quite figured out. I haven't played around with it too much. It's called like that carnival fair thing. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah, that's the social area.
Oh, okay. Because
it's just where you can connect with friends. You can do like little different things. There's definitely some benefits to it. Like you can dye your clothing. You can increase some Pokemon stats. Like with the bounce houses, you can put a Pokemon in there, and like for like 5 festival coins, you can like raise its attack slightly or raise its defense. Its special defense slightly. Things like that. So there's little tiny things you can do in there, but it's mainly good if you have friends.
Okay. Because they're like, as you walk around, like just random NPCs or people will pop up, and it's like, do you know where I want to go? I'm like, no. How would I know where you're supposed to go? It's just like you pick a room, like, nope, that's not the place. I'm like, how am I supposed to know where you're supposed to go? Like, I don't understand this minigame.
I think you have to just learn some cues. I haven't figured out exactly where to send people when they ask that, but there's a lot of them that are pretty easy. Tell me a secret, and I'll tell you a secret. Oh, great, that was fun. Here's 10 festival coins. I'm like, okay, sweet, thanks.
Yeah. It's an
Get out of my town.
Interesting little add-on, but no, yeah, I'm excited to really get into like the end game. Nick was talking about like surf, like going around, being able to travel back to islands, because there's so many parts in the game right now that are blocked by rock piles. I'm like, okay, whatever that move is, I can't wait to go back, unblock that, see what's in there.
Can I tell you what it is?
Oh, okay, sure.
It's you can ride Pokemon in this one.
Oh, okay.
And like it actually shows up on. So like instead of a bicycle, you get to ride like, for instance, Tauros, yeah,
Rhydon or whatever,
things like that. So you can actually use the Tauros to break through those rocks. So it's cool. It's pretty neat, actually. Yeah.
Sweet.
So, anyway, shall we move on? That was a long topic. We could talk about Pokemon for a long time, I'm sure. But
talked about it for about 20 minutes.
Let's move on.
Pokemon's great.
Yep. Okay, so another news thing is Super Mario Run got a release date and a price.
Yeah.
For iTunes only.
Yeah, iOS only for this year, and then Android next year.
Yep. And so, obviously, biggest thing about this is that this is actually, not to sound dramatic, but it is actually kind of a historic moment for Nintendo, because this is going to be the first time Mario is ever on a different console than a Nintendo console. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
There was a Mario hat in Miitomo. I don't know if that counts exactly, but like this is the first Mario game.
Miitomo.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about that too. Well, we can talk about that in a sec. But Super Mario Run, it's going to be December 15th for $10. You can download it for free, and you can try the game and then pay the $10 to unlock the full thing, which is actually, I like that business model. It's nice.
It's like just a demo.
Exactly. And I just hope that it's well advertised, because there are some games where it says free, you download it and you're like, oh sweet, a free game, and then it's like they don't really tell you that all the levels are like just totally locked until so, and that's kind of it's all about like marketing.
Sketchy,
so hopefully it's well advertised that this is not a free game. It's a free,
maybe?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a free to start game. I hope it's well advertised, because that's the only thing that might turn people off if they don't get the news that it's $10. But $10 for like a solid Mario game. I don't know if you guys saw the gameplay trailer that came out recently.
I have.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces. I'll be curious to see how much content's in there and how often they're going to update it, and if they're going to charge for that stuff or whatever. But
one interesting thing just about the gameplay itself, So the newest gameplay trailer then that Nick sounds like you saw, Taylor you didn't. They had a little cartoon hand, with its finger poking out, so you could see like when it was pressing the screen.
Oh, okay.
Right, and then it's they were trying to illustrate, obviously, that it's just a very single touch experience. You press to jump, that's it. You tap it to do a low jump. You hold to kind of a higher jump. That's everything you need to do. If you jump and you hit a wall, then you jump again, you do a wall jump off of it, so you can like then, and hopefully wall jump off something behind you. But
if you're proficient with platformers, you'll know what to do.
Yeah, it's just wall jumping. But it's just tapping. It's really, really, really simple. One interesting thing, though, that I don't know, Nick, if you noticed, but there was a line of Goombas that he was running up to.
He was like hurling them, right?
He was like hurling over them.
Yeah, I'm like,
and I watched the video a couple times, and at least the cartoon finger didn't indicate that they were tapping the screen. It didn't move.
I think he did, though. I think it's like if you jump over a Goomba, it does like a special animation or something like that.
Well, but this wasn't jumping over one. This was like he hits it. He like runs into it, and he like, instead of dying, he just hurdles over it. It's this super weird kind of special animation they made for this thing.
Yeah, huh.
But again,
Very
like
strange.
the finger didn't indicate that they were doing anything to enact that.
No idea.
Yeah, so it would
We'll
be
find out when
kind
the
of
game comes out, I guess.
it'd be kind of interesting to see. But I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, no, that is an interesting mechanic. I mean, that's new Mario. That's never been in a Mario game as far as I know.
Yeah. Well, and it's make me wonder, like, can you die, or is he effectively invincible against? No, he's not, because I've seen him die.
Maybe if he jumps at a weird angle and gets hit, or falling in a pit. I mean,
yeah, but like if he just runs straight on, he can get past him. So, I don't know. Anyway, but it looks neat. Are you guys planning on getting it?
I mean, I was all about the Rayman games on mobile. Those were really good.
Yeah.
I forget what they were called. It's like Rayman
Run.
Jungle Run and Rayman like Fiesta Run or something like that. Yeah,
Sure.
Those were really fun. I enjoyed those a lot. So if it's anything like that, then potentially. The thing about Rayman though is you would hold it sideways instead of straight up like you would your normal phone, and Super Mario Run is straight up. You can't turn it sideways.
Right.
So that's the only thing that kind of has me worried, but at the same point, I think it's meant to be played with one hand.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder though if Mario is going to include a lot of those wall jumps to make it like a more vertical kind of experience.
Right.
I'm really not sure.
It would have to be, because there's only so much of the screen you can put. When it's vertical, I feel like you'd run into something, or maybe it's just really zoomed out. I don't know.
You'd have the same problem, like the same reason why like the old Sonic games suck.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so.
it's too far zoomed in.
Yeah, the worst.
Yeah, especially Sonic 4, man. That one's just the worst.
The worst.
It's pretty
game.
bad. I did. So no, actually, real quick, just an update on that conversation from a few episodes ago. They had a free Sonic game. Sonic CD was the free game of the week on the App Store like 2 weeks ago, and I downloaded it.
Oh my gosh, you played Sonic CD on a phone?
Dude, the controls are just as easy. What is so disgusting about that?
Because it's using touchscreen. It's awful.
So
it just doesn't feel good.
Okay?
Yes,
let me stop you real quick. Do you actually have a reason, or are you just being curmudgeonly?
I like having tactile buttons.
Okay, so you prefer it. Mm-hmm. That's fine.
It's just, really
but it doesn't
bad.
change the game. You recognize that the game is the same.
The game would play a lot better with the controller. You would have
even
way
though
more control.
even though I had full fluent controls with the touchscreen.
You would probably have way better control with the controller.
Even though I felt totally comfortable and everything was working fine. I was totally fluent with it on here.
Yeah?
You're just saying no, I wasn't.
No, you weren't. I could tell. I know you are. You like mediocrity. It's all good.
Don't make me say it, Nick.
You're just
speechless.
terrible. You're just terrible.
Okay,
I got.
Thank you, Taylor.
The worst. He is the
Taylor,
worst.
would you like to continue this podcast without him?
I think I know your complaints with Sonic CD. It was super confusing, right?
No, it was just, again, every time I felt like I was like, all right, I'm starting to get the hang of this. Lose all my coins. That's it. It's not because I suck. It's because I don't have the level memorized.
Yeah.
But that's the point. You shouldn't have to have it memorized.
It's longevity. Yeah. I said
Longevity?
it. Yeah, that's what I said.
No, it's not. You said longativity.
Whatever, same thing.
It's not the same
Yeah,
thing.
it is.
One is a word. One isn't. I'm calling you out
You
on this.
killed
I'm
Taylor.
calling you out on this specifically because
So
you're such
good.
a turd.
I'm being a turd on purpose.
I'm dying out here, man. This is great.
Oh my god.
You're just bad at Sonic. It's all good. It's fine.
I'm bad at a bad game.
You're just bad at Sonic.
It's a bad game, Nick.
Not a bad game.
Okay, we talked about this with Super Mario Maker, right?
Super Mario Maker is a horrible
Ideally,
game.
you
It's the
have
worst
to.
game ever made.
I don't even, Taylor. I don't even know what to do.
He's
I don't know what to do
his
anymore.
Trolling is off the chart.
It's
at this
not
point.
trolling. It's just being dumb. There's such a big difference.
It-
Trolling is like an art.
I'm being really dumb because it trolls you. You always
What?
get angry.
You're overusing this word now, Nick.
Yeah, he's so triggered right now.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Taylor, let's talk about stuff
Let's
without
talk about
Nick.
another horrible game.
I
Have you heard
officially-
of this game called Trails of Cold Steel? It's just the absolute.
I
frickin'
uninvite
worst.
Nick to the following conversations. So next on the list, we've got That Next Game from That Game Company. So this one they've teased for a few weeks now, and previously they made Flow and Flower, right?
Right, and Journey.
And Journey, of course, which seriously was one of my favorite games of all time. I love it so much. Love it so much. So you've seen the screenshots then for that next game?
It's like, yeah, with the blue background with the kind of smoky white or whatever, the kids holding hands and the candles lighting each other.
Well, so there's been those 3 screenshots, right? They said the game's about giving. What are you thinking it might be about?
I don't know. That's so vague. Children playing, they're giving each other. Maybe it's a game where, because Journey was all about this seamless online play where you can, hoot at other people and get your jump back. So maybe this is another game like that where it's seamless online play. Everybody has different items. You can give each other different items to make you do things. I mean, I don't know.
I'm wondering if it's going to be because I don't know if they're going to have the online play like they did before, but either way, I'm wondering if the core gameplay, like the story of it, is going to be something like a ritual kind of thing. Like maybe. So my theory: there's a kid. You got this candle. You have to bring it to the mountaintop or whatever the goal is, and along the way, the candle is going down. Right? It's burning itself out. So you have to go forward where there's another child waiting with a full candle, and you light their candle. And then you and this new kid go. And so it's like you're kind of, you're going from kid to kid, getting these, lighting the new candle so that you actually have more flame to get to the next place.
You know what it's invoking in a weird way is Ni no Kuni, because in Ni no Kuni, that game was all about like, oh, this person doesn't have courage, so you have to go find somebody that has courage, and you take like their bit of their courage and you give courage to somebody else or something, some emotional state that somebody's lacking. So... yeah, it reminds me of that in a weird way. I don't know if that'll be the entire game, but
I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
I mean, they've been working on that game for like a long time. I mean, for an
That
indie
next
game,
game.
5 years or whatever. Like by the time it comes out, like
Yeah.
that's a long time for a small studio. So
Well, and actually, I had a quick question, and I don't know if you know the answer to this one, but so Giant Squid, they're the ones who made Abzu, right? And they were a bunch of That Game Company devs, or are they still working there? Do you know
I think they're
what's the relationship
Yeah,
with them?
I think the art director for Journey was the director for the game or something like that.
Okay, so it's because obviously it's like super similar graphics. I don't know if you've played Abzu or
I haven't, but I know a lot. I know what it is.
Yeah.
I've seen footage. Yeah,
and so it's like it looks a lot like Journey. So it's, are you thinking is that next game going to look like Journey?
probably something similar. Like I said, it's just this smoky, ethereal look with a blue background. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, maybe at PSX. Coming up in a couple weeks.
That would
they
be
might.
awesome.
I mean, that
If they
seems
have
like
a demo. That'd be so cool.
You never know.
Then you'll play the entire game at the demo booth.
Well, yeah, that's true. So maybe I'd just like to see a little bit of it.
Just see what it looks like, and they're like, okay, I can't wait to play that at home.
Yes, which is pretty much most of what I did at PSX last year. But no, that's awesome.
What's going to be there? Oh my god.
What?
What is going to be there? I'm so excited. I don't know
Yeah,
what's going to be there.
I know. Well, let's save it. Save it for next week. We got a lot to talk about next week. But what's next on the list?
There were some Nintendo Switch rumors popping up this week
Yes.
from super reliable sources.
So reliable.
So reliable. They're right about everything. The first one is Zelda might not make it to the Switch launch.
Which seems insane.
I don't
to
even
me.
understand how that's a decision they can be making right now.
Well, it's crazy because that game was already delayed like 2 years as it was. It was supposed to come out last year, and I think that was, I can't remember if that was before they said they were going to port it to the Switch or the NX.
The NX, yeah.
And
it was before.
Okay. And then they're like, oh, yeah, it's delayed because we want to improve it. Like,
and it's going to be coming out on the NX as well.
Okay, so to be completely fair, they never said that Zelda was going to be a launch game. They just said it got delayed to 2017.
No, they did. They said they said it was going to. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive they said it's going to come out the same day as the Switch.
Okay, I don't know if there's any way to confirm that, but I just don't know.
Sure.
But that would be a huge misstep because like you can't just be like, here's the Switch. You know what we got for you? We got Splatoon. We got Mario Kart 8. Like you can't
9.
Just not. I mean, maybe. Like you can't just toss out old ports. Like that's what happened with the Wii. They got like Batman Arkham City, which had been out for a while, and Mass Effect 3, and it's just like
but they had the special edition of Arkham
Ooh,
City,
the armored edition.
Yeah,
look out.
Yeah.
I don't even know it was different.
I think you got literally like a special armored suit, and you got like the electric gauntlets sooner or something like that. I'm not positive.
The suit had the Wii U pad on it
on his chest.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would be a giant mistake. Like I don't even honestly like. Hot take here. I don't think Mario is the system seller that people think it is. Like if it launched with a new Mario game, I don't think people would care as much as if it was a brand new Zelda.
If the Mario game looks exactly like Super Mario 3D World, yeah. If it had like a special special design,
like if
Galaxy,
it was the next, like Sunshine
like
Galaxy,
then
blank.
Yes. But if it's just like, oh, here's Super Mario World 2, it's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, no one's gonna care about that. People just expect that to be. I mean, it's almost like Nintendo's version of shovelware, because Nintendo just always makes high quality stuff. Mm-hmm. That it's like even their shovelware is at least high quality. The Mario games are high quality, but they're not exactly exciting.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad game, but I'm just saying like, are you going to go out and spend $300-$400 on a new console just to play a Mario game that you probably could have played on Wii U?
I can tell you now, no. Just from working at GameStop.
Yeah, people aren't going to do that.
People did not buy it for Super Mario 3D World and did not buy it for Super Mario Wii U?
New Super Mario.
New Super Mario.
They did not buy it for that. Like that was sold back all the time.
Yeah.
You know why? Because of the multiplayer.
The multiplayer is so hectic.
I know.
It's so hectic.
If they just got rid of jumping on top of people.
Well, yeah, if they got rid of collision, that would be so much better. It would be I would prefer having collision and just playing with good players.
No,
but
even if it's good players, even if I'm not trolling you. I don't know, trolling Joel.
When does that ever happen?
Sometimes. Even if the person's not trolling, it's still sometimes you're like, okay, I'm going to jump at this time, and then I'm actually going to hit you, and you're going to fall and die. And it's like, come on.
That's what I was saying. Good players.
It's still with
I know,
4
I'm
people.
I'm kidding.
And then you have someone on the Wii U pad pressing buttons everywhere, blogging you on purpose.
Oh, jeez, yeah. That's just annoying.
That's when I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw you in lava now.
I did like the Wii U integration, to be honest. I thought it was a cool idea for like a 5th player slot to kind of help out.
Yeah.
But I think there weren't enough places to really help.
Sure. Yeah, it wasn't designed around that.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, like, I don't normally like 3D Zelda games. Like, I feel like I'm pretty outspoken about that. But Breath of the Wild looks like a totally new thing. It doesn't look like a traditional Zelda game. It looks like it's like an open world action game. It's an open world survival game. You got to like get new weapons break. You got to cook. You got to do all this stuff. There's way more interesting looking exploration. So for me, that would be a game that would get me to buy it at launch. Assuming that the price of the system is not outrageous, which it's got to be 300 under.
That's another rumor. It's going to be either 300
or 350
or 350 or 200 or 350.
200 or 350.
Yeah,
that's the rumor.
Yeah,
that's a pretty big.
That's
anywhere between there.
That's pretty monumental.
Yeah,
but
rumors from a very reliable source, guys.
What is the source? I actually don't know it.
I think one of them is called like Emily Roger or whatever like that.
Yeah,
and Taylor she always says that she knows everything and she's always wrong.
She is always wrong?
Not always. There's a couple of things that she'll get right, and from what I've heard, it's actually a guy. That's just their fake online persona.
Sure.
But whatever.
Well, so is it potentially that they're hearing things too early and then the details change? Maybe?
That probably is what's happening.
That's probably happening.
Because I know that was a lot of them for like there was that big Nintendo Switch or Nintendo NX leak. Remember a few weeks before the Switch was announced, it was like had announced some marketing details because like they got like a hold of a poster early and they described everything on that. Do you remember that?
I think so.
Anyway, but a lot of that was correct. It was like, take your gaming on the go or something like that was the catchphrase on it.
Yeah, that was like the first thing though.
Yeah,
what they were saying, they're going to try to make it a hybrid system, and that turned out to be true.
Yeah.
So, but then what was this other source? Was it one of like Polygon's like
No, I'm just
uncredited-
making fun of leakers. That
Oh, okay, yeah,
didn't
yeah.
notice.
I know.
I
The
think
whole.
from what I understand,
Yeah.
I think the pricing thing came from Eurogamer because what it was is they found a price in British pounds and then translated. It's like, it's hard to, it's whatever the conversion rate, it can be kind of hard to figure out. So it was,
especially right now because the pound is kind of all over the place.
yeah. So I think that's why the range was so big. And there could be two versions like the Wii. Remember there was an 8 gig version of the Wii U. Like how pathetic. Like you could barely fit anything on it.
Forgot about that.
That's
yeah,
so ridiculous.
and then it's the special edition that comes with the game. And what game is that going to be?
And well, it was Nintendo Land on Wii U, which is actually, to be completely fair, a
Nintendo
cool
Land
game.
is
It's a
super
cool,
good.
It's
Like
really
it's
fun. You just-
weirdly good.
It's really fun, but you need like a bunch of people to play it all the
yeah.
time.
Well,
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, it's a bunch.
That's a bunch.
Actually, a bunch would be 6. No, I don't know.
Well, yeah. So then there was that, and then the other rumor is that.
Oh, go.
Yeah. No. Do you have a
Nintendo filed a trademark in Europe for Wave Race this last week.
what? Wait, seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Taylor.
Yeah.
That makes me really, really happy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that like just happened. Like
Taylor, I've said this before. I've said Wave Race.
Yeah.
I've said those words. And I love them.
Yeah, Wave Race was super fun on N64.
Bonsai!
I didn't play the GameCube one, but I really liked the N64
Blue Storm.
one.
Blue Storm was like it was true to the.
I remember the
prequel. It was good.
N64 one, and I mean, it was fun to play, but there was like, what always got to me is like, there's nothing else to do. And the intro.
The intro song is so good.
And everyone's like, oh, the water looks so realistic.
Yeah, I remember the time
water
it was like
was-
incredible.
Okay, so I actually went back. I watched a playthrough of it like a few months ago because I was like, let's have some nostalgia. The water still looks pretty good, to be totally honest. Like they did a really good job on it. Like whatever algorithm they were using for that was pretty phenomenal, honestly.
And it felt like you were actually jet skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very
so
had a lot of
good.
weight to it. Like I like the trick. My favorite is when you like would tilt up, and the last second you would tilt down, and you would like dive under the water
Yep,
to like
and
go
you
under a
had-
bridge.
You had to go under like the gates and so cool. I'm serious. So like Wave Race and Star Fox were two pretty big ones for me, and so like Star Fox Zero, that dream came true this year. Hoping Wave Race next year.
You know, I'm keeping it real. This is no troll. I really wonder what the future of Star Fox is because I don't think that game sold very well. Like I know
No.
there was an audience for it,
Guys,
but
it just
we all
sucks.
know what's gonna happen.
what's gonna happen?
It's gonna be the Star Fox Zero Switch, and it's gonna get rid of that
Little gamepad
the
thing?
game
Could be.
thing. And I have a feeling it's coming because they're doing that with a bunch of other games.
Well, and they honestly
Yeah.
they did they did put a lot of effort. Like the game is very well made, and I
enjoyed the game.
I would guess
It's really
honestly
fun.
that a lot of the people themselves that developed these games for the Wii U are probably pretty upset about the Wii U itself, about the terrible sales, because
Right.
honestly, like let's say you've spent 2 years working on Star Fox Zero, and it's been 2 years of your life, and you've put a lot of your artistic work into it. You've put a lot of sweat and tears and kind of into this thing, and then it just like sells terribly, and you made a good game. But it's like, I mean, I would guess that they're like the individual developers themselves are probably going to be pushing for some sort of revival.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's not just one person who spent 2 years of his
Right,
life on
no,
that.
it was
It's
a
a ton
team.
of people
Yeah.
that want to see this thing, revealed to a bigger audience.
Tokyo
So
Mirage Session Switch.
Oh, you know why? Well, I'm gonna talk about a game I want on Switch, Persona 5.
No, it's not coming.
That's why it got delayed, Nick. It got delayed
didn't know.
because they're gonna make a Switch port.
No,
oh Taylor,
Taylor,
oh
it's not gonna happen.
adorable.
I'm gonna laugh so hard at Nick when they're like, "And here's Persona 5 Ruby for Switch." It's gonna happen, Nick.
Never gonna happen. Persona is
Nick,
a PlayStation.
would you get a Nintendo
Series.
Switch
No,
if they had a special edition of Persona 5 on it?
no. I already have my special edition for PS4.
What if it had something that wasn't on PlayStation 4?
What if they added a new character and you
yeah,
could get
it was an
motorcycles
exclusive-
and go to like?
Yep.
That's
The
not gonna happen.
Okay, but if there was one, if the only
We're
difference is
talking
that there
about
was
if.
one exclusive character and it was only on Switch. Everything else was the same, but there was one exclusive character on Switch. You wouldn't get it?
No. If it was like a
If it was
Persona
like- if it
4
was
to
like
Golden
Golden,
situation.
Yeah, maybe.
Thought you were a fan. I'm kidding.
No, keep going. Keep going.
And the reason he wants it on the Switch is so he could play it portably,
Yeah.
which I could do fine on my Vita. So
No, you can't. Yeah, try going on a plane with your Vita. Try going on a bus with your Vita and streaming a PS4
try
game.
walking your dog in the morning
I
and
was-
playing it
Yeah,
on the Vita.
exactly.
okay.
Try playing.
I'm gonna play my
Try
Vita
playing
while walking a dog.
basketball and then play. Whipping out your Vita and playing.
Yeah.
Huh? Try that. Try
Going to a party, whipping out your Vita.
yeah,
and
on
then
on a roof in Europe. Yeah,
Exactly.
you try that, Nick. You just
Okay.
try it and fail.
Okay.
Can't wait to see that.
Okay.
Goodness gracious.
Then second rumor for Nintendo Switch is Pokemon. Pokemon, the third one is
I'm
gonna
calling
be on
Pokemon
Switch.
Stars, even though you guys don't want to call it
Pokemon
that.
Stars is a terrible name, just objectively. It doesn't make
It's gonna be Pokemon.
it doesn't
has
make any
to be
sense.
Singular. It has to be Pokemon.
Find Pokemon
Star.
Star.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Pokemon Earth.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
Pokemon Planet.
Sun is already a star.
It is, but in the weird Pokemon world, that doesn't matter.
We all know it's just going to be called Pokemon Switch
No, it's not. Belly retarded.
I do think that's pretty likely.
or Pokemon Sun and Moon Switch.
They've never done it with like Pokemon like Dual Strike or Pokemon.
They're not real Pokemon games.
Dual Strike. I love that trope. I
Yeah.
love that little bit of everyone just making fun of the stupid DS titles. I love
Or
it
64.
so much. Or 64.
Pokemon Snap 64. Resident Evil 64.
Deadly-
Wow, they made a lot of those.
Deadly Silence.
So bad. I think the dumbest one was Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance 3D.
I didn't even get that. Oh my god.
Wow.
Didn't even understand that. Wait, is
Because
there
I'm like, that is the dumbest name.
Is
Like,
there
of all
s-
the dumb names for Kingdom Hearts, that is the dumbest.
No.
3Ds?
Birth like
Wow.
Sleep is pretty bad.
Birth
What-
by Sleep.
Yeah, why did they name it Birth by Sleep? And what about like the 2 and a
358 over 2 days, or
yeah,
I don't know, whatever
what
it's
is
called.
what do you know what the deal is with those names?
I think that one, literally,
Square Enix.
it's like there's parallel worlds, and 358 days in this one world takes place in 2 days in another world, is my guess. I haven't played it, but that's the only way it can make sense
Gotcha.
in my brain.
It's also Square Enix. They make weird names.
They do.
Especially
they do make
with
weird names.
Final Fantasy and
Final
Kingdom-
Fantasy
Decim?
Dissidia Dewey Decim.
Yeah, that's a real name that Nick's not making up.
That's real.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what do you guys think? Good idea or bad idea? Pokemon on the
it's
Switch.
coming. Yeah, why not?
I think it's a perfect idea. Frankly, I think they're just going to make a lot of money and they'll be happy with it.
Well, it'll be the first home, like official, real home console Pokemon game, which everybody's been wanting forever.
Yep.
So, like, I'll be
true.
because it looks great for a 3DS game. I think Pokemon Sun and Moon look nice,
Yeah, I think they look fine.
but they're like really jaggy. Sometimes they look blurry when they zoom in on characters.
Yeah, and it's like that's so pixely. Don't zoom in,
Yeah.
guys.
Because the resolution's just not that
Oh,
good.
it's super low.
So it's gonna look. It probably is going to look the same, except it's gonna be at a higher resolution.
that'll be really nice. Though.
that'd be pretty great. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. But then
It's true.
any reasons why it shouldn't be on the Switch? Because I'm not thinking of any, to be honest.
Well, so there's a lot of features on the bottom screen, and you obviously can't do that on the Switch. It'll
Well,
be
but, like,
a totally
what's-
different experience.
Well, would it be? I mean, in Pokemon right now, you press X to bring up the menu, and it goes from playing on the top screen to then you look at the bottom screen. I feel like there's never much of a need to have both screens at once.
No, it's a
The only-
quality of life thing, but yeah, it's not essential. by
I
any
mean, yeah,
means.
if you're playing, you press X and it just pops up over the screen. If you only have one screen, then
I mean,
there's the
Pokemon was
menu.
on a single screen for 3 generations, right?
Yeah,
Red,
there's-
blue, silver,
I honestly
pearl,
think that-
gold. I don't know what the heck those were, but
You either look at one screen at a time, or in the case of like the mini map on the bottom screen, you just have that in the corner of the screen. I mean, it's
like most games
yeah,
these days.
like a regular freaking thing. Like Nintendo has got its act together. Yes.
yeah.
It's back. They're back. Unless
I
Zelda
hope.
is not released.
That
on
that
release
is such
day.
okay. By the
If
way,
that isn't.
I wanted to say about this. By the way, this is the first instance where I think I can confidently say it is now in this instance better to release the game before it is as good as it can possibly be. than to wait and release it when it's as good as it can possibly be. Like normally, if there's a month delay because they want to make it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Always, I would prefer it to wait and get it later.
I almost think you delay the Switch release.
I actually would agree. You delay because this needs to be the launch title.
Because if Zelda's not a launch title, the Switch is already sinking.
Exactly. It needs to start on a strong
Unless
foot. It needs to explode out the gate because Nintendo needs.
Unless
need a
there's
boon
like
right
F-Zero, Metroid.
I don't
Donkey
even think.
Kong.
I don't know if those games will matter.
F-Zero won't. Metroid would. That would do a lot.
A good Metroid.
They're way overdue for a good Metroid game.
Like Metroid Prime, like something good like that.
Yeah.
That would be.
Like really atmospheric,
Totally.
nice HD graphics.
Something to really show off the console, Like they need something good.
But they have Skyrim.
They do, and actually that should be a launch title as well.
It's going to be a launch
Yeah.
title.
Well, we don't know.
If it's not, then it's like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What are you guys doing? Do you guys think it's going to have mods?
No, I don't know.
Oh, we don't know much. I don't think so because Nintendo's not really good with network stuff.
They haven't been, but I mean, there's no reason why
They
there's no reason why they're
gotta
not.
get their act together with network stuff. Like it can't be one of those things which like, well, sorry, you got to buy Mario 3 for the 10th time. It's like, nope, that ain't happening.
That's the other thing is that like with Pokemon, even this new Pokemon game that just came out, it still goes like, you are not connected to the internet. Would you? And then you press A. Would you like to connect to the internet now? Yes or no? And it's like, yes. And then like connecting for like 30 seconds.
it's
and then like, ding, you are connected. It's like, oh my God. Then to get back to the game, just connecting from the internet.
It's so
like,
slow.
Jesus, Nintendo.
Well, you know what? One thing that I would like about this new Pokemon game, like just the load times. Like I can't believe you have to like cut to black to open a gate. Like when you're like opening a gate to walk into some tall grass, it like cuts to black. Now you're on the other side of the gate.
Well,
like I'm hoping that with the Switch, you can get rid of all that loading nonsense because it's not on a handheld.
To be totally honest, I don't know if that's loading because like you can see the whole gated area. Like I'm talking.
Well, why does it
Nick?
do it
So
then?
you know, there'll be a gated area like smaller than this room we're in the game. And you have to like to get in it. There's a gate. It's just a little fence around this area, so you can see the whole area. But to get into it, you have to go through a gate. So you just have to open it, go in, close it behind you. And when you do it, you press A, and then the screen goes to black, and then it comes up, and you're on the other side. And so it's
Classic
not
RPG.
That's like a
maker.
PS1.
But what I'm saying, I
loading
can't.
memory issue.
I don't think it's loading or memory because you can see the whole thing. It's already loaded.
Well, why would they do that? That's
I
such a weird
think,
design choice.
Honestly, I know it's going to sound weird, but I don't think they animated a gate.
Then they need to animate the guy opening
They
the gate.
do need
That's
to do
crazy.
that. Absolutely. But
It's
I'm
like-
just saying I don't think it's a loading thing.
You might be totally right. Like there's a lot of corners that those guys cut. But see, here's the thing. I mean, Game Freak has been around forever. They're making money hand over fist on these Pokemon games. It's like, okay, guys, hire like 20 more people.
just
and
a
like
temp. Just a temp. Just
Yeah.
hire like an intern to animate a gate.
And make the battle system like Ni no Kuni, and you'll be done.
boom.
Yeah, but no. It's actually, sorry, Taylor. One more thing, just so that you can't unsee it in your game.
Oh, boy.
In cinematics, your character can't walk.
Oh yeah.
He always runs at full speed, and other characters walk. And I've noticed every time they do that, like it's like, let's go in. The other character starts walking. Your character waits a little bit and then starts running after them at full speed. And you can tell they're going to surpass them. But that's like as the screen's already fading to black.
Wow.
Like they never want to show you going. Or no, I'm sorry. You can
Can
walk.
you not walk?
No, I'm sorry. You can walk. I misspoke. You can walk, but you walk at like full like speed walking pace. You can't like slowly kind of just meander like a lot of the other characters can. It's pretty funny. If you really pay attention to your character, they just bolt.
Wow.
So anyway,
That's
now
funny.
you can't unsee it.
Can never unsee.
So we've actually already talked a lot. How much time do we have?
We have no time.
Seriously, we're done?
We're done.
All right, cool.
Okay, good. Bye. See you.
Well, all right, we'll talk about I guess next week what we've got PSX and what we've been playing, and that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, we're going to talk about our PSX hopes and dreams,
Not
which
gonna
I
be-
think we've already done. Have we?
They're probably maybe, but
We'll talk about it
It's a
again, why
good thing to re-up anyway.
Yeah.
There aren't usually too many releases or announcements before PSX, are there?
Nah, it'll be at PSX or the Game Awards. That would be kind of
the only thing is that since it's getting bigger each year, maybe it'll start getting the notoriety. Like, because E3, there's a whole bunch of announcements right before E3. You know, like maybe PSX will start getting there eventually.
I hope not.
Well, they did. Remember, they did. No, that was E3 because I remember they were showing off like Ratchet and Clank and all this stuff before last year's E3. I'm like, what are you gonna show? Like Ratchet and Clank's one of your big games, and then they showed like
Everything.
Resident Evil 7 and like all this stuff. I'm like, okay, fine.
I got you.
Get it out of the way so you can make room for the big stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah.
Oh, God of War is going to be there.
No, it's not. Remember they said it's not.
Really?
Yeah, he said it's not going to be there. Like the game director is like, yeah, we're not showing anything for God of War.
I don't remember that.
He
I don't remember that
did.
either.
You will look it up after the.
I mean, I
podcast.
believe you. I'm just like, that sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. So that makes room for other things like Uncharted 4 single player DLC.
Oh, yeah?
Days Gone.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, save it.
Yeah, next week.
Next
Sorry,
week.
guys. We're getting
All right.
excited.
Yeah, if you enjoyed what you listened to, please subscribe to us on iTunes or YouTube. If you want to follow us on social media, we're at LHG channel for Twitter and Last Honest Gamers on Facebook. Thanks for watching, and